And good afternoon and welcome to This is Private Practice. And yes, I've confused all of you and turned up half an hour early today because, I can do that. I'm in charge of my own schedule. And I have a recurring appointment at 4:30 on a Thursday, every second Thursday, otherwise known as a fortnight. So that's, cool bananas. So welcome. How is your week and how are you going and what's going on? And to the people who have tuned in or watching, hello. Facebook hasn't let me know who you are yet. Oh, hey, Carol. That's really cool. Gosh, so many of you would have seen the post yesterday about me having half a day off in the middle of the week. My Lord, I actually need to tell you how hard that was. I was not a very nice person yesterday morning around the whole pressure I felt about having half a day off. Now, I finished working at 2:00 yesterday, and you're like, well, that's not a whole half a day. Well, for me, it felt like it was because I usually work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. To me, that's a normal day. That's probably a little bit ambitious. But yesterday I was finishing at 2. So the only thing I could think of in my head was there was 4 hours of work that wasn't going to get done. 4 hours. And I just could not get that out of my head. But the best thing I did yesterday was remove myself from my home office. So I actually had to go out because I had an appointment to get my hair done. And I shut my computer down. I shut it down here in the office so that I could not come back and just easily and quickly start working again because I'm very good at that. And I also asked the fabulous Sophie if she could take our Wi-Fi home with her so she could use it so that I had even less inclination to want to get in and do work because so much of what I do is online and you need the cloud and you need the Wi-Fi to do that. It really did take that amount of behavioral change to help me to not work yesterday afternoon. So how do I feel today? Well, I'm not as tired. I'm pretty sore, but that's just going to be the way it is at the moment. But I do feel like I was able to get in and get a lot done today. And the whole point of this is trying to interrupt this incredible sense of exhaustion that I've been feeling on a Friday afternoon because I feel like I've been pushing from Wednesday on, pushing. And I want to see if I can interrupt it. So that's my plan. And it's also about making sure that we know what works for us and how we get the best out of us. Oh, Amber and Sam and Jen and Lyndon and wow. Thank you, ladies. Thank you for coming. So yesterday, the biggest challenge for me was taking that time off. I went and bought myself a new novel, and I'm very much enjoying it. So I really did work hard to switch off yesterday. I appreciated everybody's encouragement and thoughtfulness, but I just want you to understand how hard it is to not do it, especially when you love what you do. But I can't keep loving what I do at the expense of my health and my energy and my relationships because poor Anthony and John, they're the ones that get to pick up all the pieces. And I kind of don't feel like I want to keep doing that. Thank you, Amber. So I wanted to talk into something else today as well. I wanted to talk into the transitional feelings that come along when you stop seeing so many clients. So the gorgeous Shockey-Pope and I had a session this week, and we've been working really hard on helping her reduce her client load. And she does what we all do, which is you go down and then you freak out. So you go back up and then you freak out and then you bounce around until you become comfortable or to a new normal is established. And she was so lovely because she went, I love not having so many clients to see. It gives me a chance to do all this other stuff and we're recruiting and our business is growing and it's continuing to grow and we're doing all this other stuff and I'm speaking here and I'm publishing there. So I've got the time and the room to be able to do that now. But I don't feel like I'm pulling my weight. And I just went, wow, what an insightful question, that we value the work we do one-on-one with our clients so much that when we're not doing that, we actually don't feel like we're pulling our weight, that we're not working hard enough, or the work that we're doing isn't valuable. So we need to talk into that because that will stop us from pursuing the things that we really need to be focusing on. So if you get to the point where you don't want to see so many clients, you need to feel assured that you're going to have some additional revenue, don't you? Yes, Joe, we do need that. But we're so used to selling time or sessions or therapy. We know how to do it. It's second nature. It's easy. Clients turn up, we do the therapy, we do the intervention, client leave, new client turns up. You don't even realize what you're doing to make this happen anymore. So when you actually need to learn how to sell a group or a different person or a product or a service or a retreat or a masterclass, it's new learning. You haven't necessarily done it before, and it takes quite a lot of time to actually go and learn how to do it. And it takes the opportunity to fail and make mistakes and realize that online launching isn't easy and online launching isn't fun. And there's a few of us at the moment who want to vomit every time we hear the word online launching. So then we go back into this place of, I've just got to see more clients. I've just got to see more clients, because our cash flow dries up, or we don't get as many clients coming through the door, or our people are discharging early, or not seeing clients at all, or the way we handle repeat business or the way we do our follow-ups hasn't translated out to the rest of the team. So we then have the responsibility as the business owner to make sure that everybody knows every part of that process. And that's tough, because you got to get it out of your head. And I really wish that we could have, just a USB that we could plug in that says, this is how you follow up a client and make sure they stick. And then you could plug it into someone else's head. If there's anyone out there who has created that device, I would really like that. So why am I sharing this with you? Because the transition away from seeing all the clients all of the time is going to make you uncomfortable. Everyone wants to tell you how easy it is to throw up a book, create an information product, sell a retreat, sell training. It is easy when you know what you're doing. It's not easy when you're in the middle of it and it feels awkward and your cash flow's drying up and your people aren't doing what you want them to do and you feel like you're not working hard enough. But we are. We are working too hard, and more often than not, we are spiraling around doing all of the things and all of the stuff all of the time, and that's really, really unhelpful. Sorry, Amber, I was thinking of you when I just said that. So for those of us who have worked really hard to reduce our client loads, yay us. For those of us who feel uncomfortable about having reduced our client loads, hey, have some compassion on us. Let's just be kind and go, well, you know what? It feels uncomfortable because it's new and it's different and it feels weird. But it's okay. We still have a lot to offer, and we're probably going to end up helping more people more times with more in-depth, useful, transformational stuff than just one client in one chair at one time. So I am really, that's you, Jen, spiraling, doing all of the things all of the time. Yeah, I know I'm speaking to a tribe of people who do all of the things all of the time. You know how I know that? Because if you weren't that person, you wouldn't actually turn up to these videos and you wouldn't be interested in anything I had to say. Because I actually tell it how it is, but I also make sure that we're all really accountable for what we say we're going to do. This is not the right platform to make excuses. If you need an excuse platform, please go find someone else to watch. And yeah, permission to call me out on my excuses when they come up, because I'm human and they will happen. So this week, if you are feeling like out of control, or your cash flow is making you feel uncomfortable, or your people aren't doing it the way you want it to do, and it would just be so much easier to take it all back and do it all yourself, can you please stop and remember this video and go, what is the one thing I can do today to change this so that in 3 months' time, I am not having the same conversation? Just future pace yourself. It's awesome. You've got this. I know you've got it. And I'm looking forward to sharing with you again tomorrow, because if I'm right, tomorrow's Friday. If I'm wrong, sorry about that, but I think it's Friday. I feel weird because I haven't done enough of these videos this week. Anyway, I'm going to let those of you who need to go to sleep, go to sleep. And those of you who need to go bake food, make food. And I'm going to get on with my next appointment for the afternoon. Talk to you later.